Hey guys, welcome back to All Things Knives. It's your host Fletcher, and today we are doing another S90v steel carry update. So that last edge that I had on this guy, I currently have a new edge on here that I did freehand, and I did all the way to 1200 on the DMT stones, and then I did 12, 6, and 1 micron strop. It's still got that bite to it, but it feels like it's kind of lost some of it. It still makes that sound though. That bite you hear. So that last edge I had on it actually lasted me quite a long time and quite toothy. It did very good on smooth plastics. Even when it wasn't cutting paper all that well, you could get it in a hard plastic, and the teeth in the S90V would just kind of take over, and it smooth cutting. Really no problem there. For this sharpening on this guy as well, another thing to touch on, I actually scraped the edge completely. It was already dull, and then I scraped the edge off on the diamond stone, marked it with Sharpie, and I built up a new bevel, a completely new bevel. It felt like it sharpened exactly the same, deburred exactly the same. I think for that last edge, we were into the good steel already. I think this is edge 4 or 5 on this guy, because I started on edge 2. And then I sharpened it once at work, which is edge 3. And then I sharpened it here, which is edge 4. And then I used it and sharpened it again. So this is edge 5, I believe. Yeah, so we're well into the good steel. So we're going to see how the good steel performs when it's kind of more polished. I'd call this, even though it's a 1200 grit edge, I'd call it more polished just because I took longer on the 1200. And then I also stropped it more. I stropped it for longer. I didn't do just a 6 and a 1. I added a 12 in there as well to make sure that the bevels were good. This thing will slice through paper pretty well. If anyone's asking about, because main focus of these is the steel, the knife itself is amazing. It cuts so well. It fits really nice. It seriously feels just like a native 5. So if anyone's wondering about this Manly City, it feels just like a native 5. It's really nice. I do wish they had 2 thumb studs though, instead of just the 1 for ambidexterity. But great knife. Very nice thin grind. And on this thin grind, S90V is holding up. It's not chipping out or anything like that. The toughness on this guy so far is feeling really good. I've had 0 problems with corrosion, which, with a steel like S90V, you shouldn't really, especially, and I have been sweating a lot. No shortage of that here in Arizona. So in terms of like corrosion resistance, it's doing great. In terms of toughness, I have yet to have a problem with it in terms of toughness, running into, steel and various other things. It's holding up. Sharpening is very easy. Takes a very nice sharp edge very quickly. I will, after this one, see if it'll strop back better. If not, so far it's feeling like S90V isn't a steel you really strop back a whole lot. You can strop it back, but it just isn't, it won't get razor sharp after stropping back like something like S45VN will, or Crewwear, or M4. It's kind of a different breed in that aspect. And that's what it's feeling like so far. But I'm excited to see how this new edge will do after I scrape the edge off and then completely worked a new apex. It'll be exciting to see how that performs, and this will be our last edge on this guy, and then after that we'll be moving on to a little surprise I have for you guys that I'll show you in the last update I do of this knife for the steel. Alright, As always, guys, leave your experiences down with S90 down below. Maybe any questions you had about the sharpening. But as always, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And most importantly, stay sharp.